Hi guys, Frank here from Remek. I'd like to show you how we use the calculator on the website in together with the backtesting results. So let's suppose I've created a system. Uh, it's on the CL and I backtested it. It runs on a backtest Renko. I turned the wave mode off so the backtesting results should be as accurate as possible. And I ran the backtesting for 1 year. This is the result that I got. The system turns out a profit. There's certain other lots of data here that we can play with, and let's see what we can use from those data in our calculator. First thing I would need is the probability of win, which can be found here. Percent profitable, you see 38.68% of the trades was profitable. Something like this. Okay, the next data I will need is the average win, which was, where do I find that? Average win 180, 191. I entered already. Obviously, everything else was a loser. The average loss I will need is 101.20, already entered. All right. And then let's see, if I trade, okay, so what I want to find out is what accounts, what kind of account, how big must my account be to trade this system with a fair chance of success. Let's suppose I want to trade one contract, fully automated mode. These results, by the way, going back 1 year is in fully automated mode. This is a fully automatic system. All right, so I suppose I want to do the same thing, no human error. It just runs and runs, and I want to run it with one contract, and I use, let's say, a 15-tick stop. I don't have it here, but I have that written down on paper because I remember that's how I set it up when I put the strategy on the chart. All right, so if I trade one contract on the CL, one tick is $10, so my capital exposure per trade, every trade is $150. The maximum I can lose on one trade. Now the next thing I have to decide, and this is personal, but it has to, you have to think about how much of your account size do you want to risk on one trade. Usually I just enter 2%. It's quite customary to be around 2% somewhere, so I risk 2% of my account on each trade. Well, if the 150 is 2%, then the full account will be, a little mathematics, is $7,500. And there's also another piece of information I need here. How many trades does the system take per day on average over a year? That's 773 per day. And what else do I need here? On average, I made $70 profit per day. Now, I have to be ready psychologically for the longest possible, or anything's possible, but the longest losing streak that may happen, which is 30. It's quite long, so it's possible that 30 trades in a row will be losers. And what happens if that happens? I will lose $4,500. So the account must be able to survive this maximum drawdown. The likelihood of this happening is very slim, but it's not zero. All right, so considering the above facts, you see it's twice that amount. So the recommended account size for this system is $9,000. That's how I use this table to calculate for any given system what's the minimum or the recommended account size that is required to have a fair chance of success. Now, one more thing you can do with this system, so that's one part we can use it for. For extra safety, we often say that this amount, whatever is here, the 9,000, should be doubled and put on the account so you sleep well and you can think clearly when you trade. But that's another story. The 9,000 is what mathematics is telling. All right, there's one more thing we can use this table for, is a projection of the account size into the future. which is that what you do is that in the yellow fields again, you enter the contract, the number of contracts you want to trade, so that you keep this percentage at or below or around 2% anyway. All right, so you can play around with this a little bit. Let's see what happens if I set it to 2. That's 288. Maybe that's too high. I want to keep it around 2%. So in the third month, in the third month, I'm able to trade 2 contracts on the CL and keep my risk at 2%. You see the accounts, my account at that time will be 14,600, and I can keep going with 2%. Maybe can I increase it to, well, maybe not in the fourth month. I keep it to 2. And after the 6 month, trading 2 contracts will give me a 1.48% risk per trade, which is good. If I raise it to 3, let's say, and it's still 222, it's not bad. So I might be able to go up to 3 contracts in month 6, but you don't have to. You can just keep trading 2. Now, if you move up to 2 and you keep it at 2, then this is what happens to the account. You start with 10,000 roughly, right? And then move up to, you start with 9, but by the end of the month, you have 10,407. And then by the end of the 6th month, you will be, your account will have around $25,000, 23,074. Now, this is just mathematics, so the real life is never the same. There will be discrepancies. Every time you run this system, the results will be different. That's that's just the nature of probabilities. But these kind of calculations give you a pretty good idea of what kind of money you need at all to trade a system, or what are the systems. You may design a system and then you may realize that it requires a $200,000 account that we just don't have, and we have to think about something else. All right. So happy system design, and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you very much. Mindful trading. Bye bye.